I killed my own ants. Hey guys, Dave Fu here from AntsD.I.Y and I am back. So it has been a while since I made an update like this or a video like this where featuring me and with all the pets and a lot of editings, and yes, that consumes a lot of time. And I have been very busy lately. 2 months ago, I've been finishing up my thesis so I can graduate faster. Finally, it is done. And now I can finally have the time to film and also the time to edit videos for you guys. So today I will lead you guys through to basically all of my pets. Hopefully, all of it. I hope this video won't be too long. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So if you remember, this vivarium, Eden Vivarium, is actually used to house my giant African millipede, but that millipede died. My giant African millipede is dead. I remake this vivarium again, and this time I add in some air plants and Telangia. So this basically is an empty vivarium now. Hopefully someday later I can introduce some ants into it. So probably they will start digging underneath that piece of wood. So actually under that fern is actually a piece of wood. We got babies. And I'm very sure that you guys want to know what actually happened to Api, my Solenopsis geminata colony. So I do still see some workers, very few, not much. This is the Formicarium, Top and Slot Formicarium 2.0 Solenopsis nest. I think the queen is dead. And these workers are actually the newly emerged workers from the brood. The reason the queen is dead, I am not sure. Probably because it is a mistake that I made when I am attaching the mesh, the wire mesh under the Formicarium. I actually attached this mesh over here because this is actually a 3D printed frame as well. And the frame actually, after I attached the mesh on the frame actually bent a bit. And to cover up the gap, I use super glue with baking soda, because baking soda mixed with super glue, it will become a very hard plastic. And after I only did that to this prototype. I did not do it on the other products. So those other products, I just use super glue to glue it, and it has been proven fine if I just use super glue since long time ago. But now this time I use specifically for my personal use this, I was experimenting. I used the baking soda with super glue and everything turns out fine until I saw a video on Brightside saying that one of the way to kill ants are actually mixing baking soda with sugar. And the ants will not be able to differentiate which is the baking soda, which is the sugar. They will eat both, and baking soda will cause them indigestions and the ants will die. After I watched that video, it struck me that probably the queen is dead. I killed my own ants. Let's move on to the next ant colony because this is a bad news, but I have plenty of good news. One more bad news. My weaver ants died. Weaver ants are actually monogenous. They are not polygynous. Don't listen to Ants Canada. He's wrong. They are monogenous, very monogenous. And because I was actually testing whether can I introduce broods from another colony of river ant into my colony so that they can accept it. The first time I try it actually succeed. The ants actually accepted the workers and even accepted the broods from the satellite nest of another colony. But after that, I caught another satellite nest and I introduced the workers and the broods to my colony and they killed the queen. So this is my trap jaw ant set up, and yep, they burrowed down there. And this is basically the place where I let them hunt their food. And it seems like their nests actually are connected until this area. So if I put food here, the ants will suddenly come out from behind the rocks, under the plants, and even you can see some nest entrance there. Right, so yeah, they basically use this entire space as their nest. But usually I also feed them here. I just throw in the dubia roach here and they hunt it and they bring it down into their nest. And yep, all these mounds you see, that whole huge whole nest entrance, so many nest entrance. That's actually a piece of rock here, even though I can't see the queen. But I do enjoy watching the workers hunting the roaches. They are awesome. This is my AntsD.I.Y colony in Yggdrasil, and there's nothing much to update on them, just that they have grown super huge. And even the plants, you see, the plants are growing so tall, so huge. I have no idea how am I supposed to contain them anymore. Just look at the nest, that huge nest. And I'm actually planning to make a huge vivarium, a glass tank, maybe a 2 by 2 feet by 1 feet, which is basically this kind of size, but about this tall. Alright, this tall, and there could be an open glass door for them. But that will be a huge project, a very huge project, and since I am graduating soon, I don't think I will be staying here forever, and I am not going to do that now. But so far the ants are doing still very good, just that once in a while some escapees, you see that escapee, yep, that's a AntsD.I.Y escapee. Sometimes like they can come up from the leaves, and yeah. And next to it is actually the AntsD.I.Y that I caught while I was hiking. And sadly this colony has no queen, but I do saw princesses, so elates in other words, and a lot of brood. Hopefully they are able to clone their own queen, because some of the AntsD.I.Y species are able to clone their queens, so that's what I'm hoping for. So fingers crossed. So, or else I'll just wait until the last worker died off. This is my crematogaster colony. So they have grown so much. Oh, I can't pull the paper out. So many broods. I mean brood. Someone actually corrected me that I've been using the word brood wrongly. Alright, so many brood, and the queen is still there, doing very well, laying all these eggs. Yep, that's a lot of eggs. I'm super glad. And so because they have grown so much, I give them a second level. So finally they've moved in as well. Great, because previously they don't want to move in. They refused to move in to this second test tube. But now since they have moved in, good. And another species that makes me feel very glad is my Murano plus bicolor. Just look at all those alates, all those queen ants. And yep, that's the queen, the wingless one. That's the queen. Yep. And all these are her daughters. So many new alates and so many drones. You see all these smaller ones, these are the drones. Drones, while these, all the big ones, are the queens. Right, so this is my another colony of Murano plus bicolor in a small AAC nest. This formicarium is by far the smallest formicarium I have ever made. I mean, just look at it. It's the size of a card. This is my Tetra Miriam species. I have moved them into a small food container because I am out of tub for the ants to make outward. So, yep, food container. Previously, I put it into my AAC nest and it seems like the humidity is not enough. So I just give that a tub and tube setup like this, where they can directly get the water from the reservoir, and yeah, starting to have more and more brood. Yellow crazy ants. Yes, yellow crazy ants. Previously, if you remember, I put them in the big setup, and then after that they escape and this and that. And then I recover the colony and I'm left with only one single queen. But guess what? I have good news with this species. The one and only queen has cloned another queen, which means, look at this. This is one queen and there's another queen next to her. So this is now officially a 2-queen colony. Yep, from 6 to 1 and from 1 to 2. It cloned a queen. Awesome. Next is my Panera denticulata queen. Yes, in my previous ant hunting video, I actually caught 3 Panera denticulata queens. And I initially put all 3 together, and seems like they fight, and I've heard some of my friends saying that they can just keep them one by one easily. I've read an article in Ant Keepers magazine saying that Panera denticulata actually do well if they are together, like more queens together. It is easier for them to do their founding stage, and then eventually all the queens will die and left with only one single queen. I'm actually very happy that my Panera denticulata actually have eggs. Yes, because this species is actually quite hard to raise. So I'm glad. Fingers crossed. Good news. Here is the last species of ants that I want to feature, which is one of my dream species. Yes, I'm super excited. You saw that? Yes, it is a Tetra nigra. Yes, that's the queen. Raised from a single queen. Now 2 workers have emerged, and the third is coming soon. I think not just the third, even the 4th is coming soon. And lots of brood. Yes, awesome. I'm so glad that this species actually succeeded, because I have never succeeded, and there's been a very low success rate for this species, Tetra nigra. And oh gosh, I'm just so happy. I'm so glad that they succeed. Oh gosh, I'm so happy. My brother's colony have reached about 500 workers in, I guess, less than a year. While my friend David Tan, his colony have reached thousands. And he's using a huge 2 feet by 1 feet formicarium, acrylic formicarium for his colony. If you want to watch his video, or you can feel free to visit his channel over here. Yep, here. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video, an update for all of my ants, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Is there any other things that you want to know about my pets? Maybe my tarantulas? Yep, this is the mold collection, and you can see it is filling up already. My betta fish, very beautiful betta fish. Yep. Yep, these are all my tarantulas. Alright, so probably the tarantulas will be another video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, thumbs it up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button now. Either here or here, just hit the button now. And I'll see you next time. Bye!